in the AWS account. You all have account in AWS, I mean free tier account.
Yeah.
So you can try it, no problem.
No, but I think for me it would be better if I follow you up and then later on I do it, because what I want to do is I'm going to get confused.
Yeah, sorry, can you please tell me?
I think for me it's better to follow you to see how you do it, then I'll do it later, because if I want to follow you step by step, I'm going to get confused instead of understanding what you're doing.
Okay, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Even me, I will just watch and do repeat the laps after the class.
Yeah, if you can send the commands like in a text file, right, where somebody can copy and follow the step later on, that would be good.
Yeah, also you can get the recording of that, I think. Okay.
No, even if you get the recording, right, but you cannot copy and write.
Paste. Or like copy paste, copy paste.
I don't think it will give you the access to copy, but if you can send like just the command, the installation and everything, just the command.
Yeah, yeah. I will give you. No problem.
Okay, all right, that's perfect.
You all know Linux administration part? I mean, I'm asking.
A little bit, a little bit.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So as it is on the Linux part, I mean, as we are installing all the things and configuring all the things in the Linux environment, so it will be good to have a little bit knowledge in Linux administration.
Okay.
So no problem, you can manage. So here is the console of AWS. So I will simply going to launch two instances. Okay, EC2 instances.
Yeah.
The computer is a little bit slow. So we will click on launch instances and we'll install the Linux image. Have you launched EC2 instances in AWS?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Which OS you are launching? I mean, you have launched.
I've done Ubuntu and even Red Hat.
The same way.
Okay, that's fine.
then did you change the number of instances? Because I just saw one. Or you want to create them separately?
I was thinking of one should be in Red Hat and one
Oh,
CentOS.
okay, for
Okay.
Ubuntu. Oh, CentOS, okay.
If you can do all the things. You can
Okay.
have a save the timing. Okay, I will change.
Okay. Yeah.
One minute. I'll make a new security group. Access from outside. I'll step in there. I have that key pair, so I'm not creating any key pair.
All right.
Post it. I don't have the key pair. 1 minute. Let me check. I have to launch it again because I have the key pair in the other machine. So
Okay.
okay, that two machine I will delete.
Okay.
In the meantime, I will convert the PEM to PPK as it is required to connecting on the outside. Let it be run. And so first of all, in case of you can install Ansible inside the Red Hat as well as in CentOS. Okay, so in Ubuntu you can also install. So in case of Red Hat, if you are installing the if you want to install the Ansible, you cannot get it from locally because Ansible packages will not be there in the local repo. Okay, so in case whereas inside the CentOS you can get it from there. So because CentOS is basically used for everything. I mean, CentOS is a free, okay. But Red Hat is also free, but subscription required for that. Okay, you need to have a subscription either from the satellite, otherwise from the other Linux servers that will be that is configured as a repository. Okay. So for Red Hat, Red Hat it is giving the support. It is not giving the support for free. In case of CentOS, everything is free. Okay. So
Okay.
that's why people always prefer to install the CentOS. But other organizations that they are using Red Hat Linux because they are having the subscription with satellite and they can get all the updated package day by day. Okay, every month Red Hat is updating the packages inside the satellite and they are getting the packages, updated packages. So what we will do inside the Red Hat system, we will install the EPL repository or we will configure the EPL repository. EPL is a simply completely free that is available in the network, internet. So you can configure the EPL repository and then you can get the Ansible package from that. Okay. So we are not taking it from the local because locally it is not available. So you have to configure the EPL repository and then you can find the Ansible package by configuring the EPL repository because Ansible software is in the EPL repository. And in case of CentOS, simply it is there. You can install the Ansible locally because the software is also there. So now I think we are good to go to connecting the machines. So I will change the tag. It's named as control. Control means where Ansible should be installed.
Okay, means basically that's the management node.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is management node means in the sense all the things should be pushed from here. I mean inside
Yes.
the control. Okay. And Ansible software should be installed inside the control node. And manage means that is a client. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever we will push into that will go into that.
So it's like master slave.
It's not a master slave because master slave is for using for balancing, right? Load balancing.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it's not a master slave. It will. We are going to apply those things to the client. If 100 of servers are there, so 100 of servers will be play a role like manage host. I mean, what are the changes? What is the requirement? Suppose HTTP software should be installed in 100 servers. So we will push the HTTP installation from the control node to 100 of servers. That is called as managed hosts.
Oh, so thus it is a push configuration.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Okay.
push configuration. So we will connecting the machine from the my.
From the IP. Okay.
Here is the PPK file. We just paste it. Login should be using EC2 user. In case of CentOS user is there. Okay. For Red Linux, we will connecting via EC2 user. So here is our server. I will change some settings that connection should not be timed out after 15 minutes. So I will make it 200. Also, I want to increase the font. So I will make it 16, as it will be clearly visible to you all.
Okay.
We are able to see clear.
Yep.
Mm.
So here, if we go, so have you installed any packages inside the Linux system?
No, not yet.
Okay. So yum, we will install the any packages in Linux system that is using yum. So
Yeah.
yum install Ansible.
Okay.
So it will search for all the repository that is present inside the server, and then it will, if Ansible is there, it will going to install. Okay. So now it is searching for the repository, validating the repositories that are present in the server. So here it is mentioned no package Ansible available. That means we have to configure it. We have to configure as I told previously, it needs subscription. So we will configure the ETL repository, and then we can install Ansible. So now in the internet you can get here, simply type ETL report for 7. Yes. So using wget we will download it. Okay. So at first you have to download the ETL latest package, and then we will configure it. Install the ETL release. Yes.
So this one is using Fedora.
No, the repository is coming from Fedora because it is completely free. So
Okay.
you need to install the wget, because if you are not installing the wget, so it will not work anymore. Okay, so using yum we can install any packages. So yum, then install, and then the package name. Okay, in Linux you will get if you are having any requirement to install anything, just simply yum and then install operations and then the package name. It will install wget, because that it will install because it is available in the repository. Okay, here you can show the details. Wget is installing, architecture is 64, and version is that, and it is available in that repository which is available locally inside the server. Okay, so now it will ask for dependency. So it will simply install. Now the command will work. Okay, and now it's downloaded that packages. Okay, so now you have to install. So now yum clean all. Yum clean all will what yum clean all will do? It will simply clearing the caches of yum. Yum is a basically package manager. Whatever package we are installing or anything uninstalling, reinstalling, whatever we will do in Linux, we have to use the yum. Yum is now. As I install the repository, I mean EPL repository, it will come here. If you give yum repo list, it will show that EPL repository is there. Okay, and these all are the local repositories. Okay, so now we will install Ansible. So because before that, if you are giving yum info command, it will show Ansible package details. See here, from where Ansible package is coming, EPL. Okay. Now I will going to install Ansible.
So in fact, before you can install Ansible, you have to build the foundation on which it's going to sit.
Sorry.
I think in fact, before you install Ansible, you have to, all this, what we've just done is just build a foundation on which the Ansible is going to sit so it can work properly.
Yeah. And also, if you are using CentOS, then you can simply install yum install Ansible. It will give the packages. Okay, it will.
Okay.
So in case of Red Hat, you need to download the EPL and then you have to configure.
Right.
So it will be
So
little
it
bit
depends on the
challenging.
platform.
Yeah, depends. Not depends on the platform. The Ansible depends on the Ansible package is available or not. In case of Red Hat, locally Ansible package is not available, so that I did or the following did the above steps what I showed you. But in case of CentOS, you can try in your one. If you can launch CentOS and then you give if you give yum install Ansible, then it will show you it will install the Ansible.
Oh yes, this
ping it?
Yeah, that's good.
yes this is really. I mean, I like this one.
Yeah.
It just it puts down all the steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, history comment, it will show all the steps.
Okay.
Okay, can I paste it in the chat? So that-
So Ama,
Yeah,
what you're saying is that when you're using Red Hat, right,
yeah, Red Hat.
you have to use EPA, right? So it means when you're using Red Hat, I know you cannot run Ansible without Python, right? Because with
Yeah,
CentOS,
yeah.
you have to install something like Boto3, right?
No, in case the Python and the Jinja 2 are the dependencies of Ansible. So you need to have the Python package is version should be greater than 1.6. Okay, 1.6. Yeah. So
Yeah, because I saw on the commands that you write, there was no place that you install Python, but I saw Python running on the scripts.
yeah, Python is a dependency package. Okay, here if you go, I will show you. Here, here,
Okay.
Python package should be dependency. Python
Okay.
1.6 is there. So 1.6 and above. To work the Ansible file, it is a minimal requirement, that is Python package should be 1.6 or greater than that. Okay. And the Jinja 2 template. These tools are dependency and these tools are locally available.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember when I used to run CentOS, I have to install Boto3 before I can even use Ansible.
Okay. No, if in case of CentOS, if you are installing the Ansible, it will automatically find the dependency package. So
Okay. All right.
have you installed it separately?
What's that?
Have you installed the Python and the Jinja 2 templates separately?
No, when I was when I was using CentOS, right? So when I was running the Ansible commands, right? So
Yeah,
there was a place that I needed to run I think Boto3, yeah, to
okay.
get the I think py file. But here you didn't have to install it. It just, as since you say it's a it's a
No,
dependency, right? It's a
it,
dependency process.
yeah. I have entered Y here. So
Oh, okay.
they are asking for the confirmation that are the dependencies and will you proceed with the installations of dependency packages? So I here said yes, and then it is continued. So have you got my ping on? I mean,
Yeah.
I have pinged that.
Do you have any? Do you have any this thing? Because when you're installing this thing, right? There's a lot of changes that you make when you are doing the putty. Do you have any documentation for that?
Sorry, what exactly you are looking for?
For the putty configuration, because I realize that you're not using get bash, right? Most of us connecting on this line, we're using mostly get bash.
Okay. So you can install the Putty. Putty is also free software. If you are,
Mm-hmm.
you can install the Putty in your desktop. Okay. And also you have to you need to have the Putty 10, as you can convert the PEM file to PPK to connecting via AWS. Okay. So in the AWS CPR, you will get the PEM format. Okay. So
Yeah, we
PEM.
can talk about that if you have some time.
Okay. Okay, I will discuss it in the no problem. So if you try with your own, I mean, own account, all the things, and then come to me. What are the challenges you are facing? Then we'll take a look into that. Okay. So now another node is there. I have configured. that is the manage node. So I will open that also because I have to set up the lab.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you are having any queries, tell me. Okay, I will clear that. So now I'm not going to install Ansible here because as it is managed node. Okay.
Yeah.
So first requirement is we need to create an user. Okay, that can be interact with both of the servers. Okay, between the servers. Okay, so I will simply use user add command. Suppose I will set cloud user. I configure cloud user, and now we'll set the password for that cloud user. I will change the host name also. Host name equal is the control node. Control. Fine. The host name has been changed for that server. Where it is a managed node and it is uh, control node. So here Ansible version is 2.9. As I told, that is the latest version. Okay. And Python version is 2.7. So I told that 2.6 or higher than that it should be. Now inside the manage node, I need to have that same user and now I need to do some setup so that cloud user can go from control node to manage node without password. Okay. So all the things operations that we will do from here, it will be executed there. Okay, whenever we are running any command or any playbook, okay, for any operations, so from control node, cloud user can go to the manage node, this node, without password. So I have to configure that thing. Okay. So I will show you. This is the command is ssh keygen -t is the algorithm. And before that, I need to switch to cloud user here. Now ssh keygen -t rs. So it will asking for the any passphrase. Okay, I will not give any passphrase as I want it to be as a passwordless. So I give simply enter and then again enter. So now .ssh folder has been created here. So I will go into that. The two keys has generated. Okay. idrsa.pub and idrsa, that is the private key and that is the public key. So I need to copy the public key from this server to the destination server so that it will communicate passwordlessly. Here I have to switch to cloud user and then here no SSH directory is there, so I have to create a SSH directory. .ssh. So permission should be 700 .ssh. Now I will go into the .ssh and I have to create one file. For Linux, if you are creating any file, you have to give the touch command, touch authorize key. The permission should be 600. Here we are using VI editor. Have you guys used VI editor, right? VI editor, have you used?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a simply bash editor is there, so you can do any operations inside there. So VI editor, I will simply push that key inside into the manage node. I will copy from here to here inside the authorized key. Here is the VI editor screen. So I will go to the insert mode and then we'll paste that. And then simply. So now I copied the public key from the control node to manage node here. Okay. So now it should be able to SSH without password. So now I will SSH here, SSH to control node. What it is said, permission denied. 1 minute. Yes. So the spelling was incorrect. That should be authorized key. Okay. Previously it was authorized key. That should be authorized key. Yes, should be there. So now it can communicate. So that is the IP of managed host. So now if I do SSH from here, it will not asking for the password as I copied the public key there. Okay, can we communicate? Now we can go to the managers. See here. Okay, so now it's we can able to run anything from that. I mean using Ansible. Okay, have you guys clear with that? Because it's a more important thing to set up the environment. Maybe in your organization the environment is also there, so passwordlessly also there. Andrea, are you clear? Julian?
Yeah. It's,
Yes.
yes. So what you're doing is that you're using your control, let's call it like your master machine or your managed node, right?
Yeah.
To be able to
Connect to the management.
connect, right? That's why you're creating both public key and private key. The private key remains with the managed node while the public key is uploaded to the control node, right?
Yeah. No. From the control node, and the control node I have generated the public key and private key, and from the control node,
But you from the control node, the public key is copied to the managed node, right?
Yeah. To the
I always
management.
like to call it like it makes it more explicit, and like you have a master machine and then or a master node and a client,
Yeah, that's
right?
okay.
Yeah. So from the master node, I mean the control node, we are
Mhm.
copying the public key to there as it will communicate via passwordlessly. Otherwise, you
Mhm.
can do that. You cannot if you don't want to have the passwordless. So then
Mhm. But
you can.
there is a file they call config file, right? Where you can go there and then no, is it config? Yeah, config file where you can go there and you make it passwordless, right?
Where in the Ansible?
Yeah, where you can go there and make it passwordless, so in such a way that they won't ask you for the. I think there's
Okay.
something. I think it's like password, like you're going to set password from yes to no, right?
No. This is. Um, oh, are you asking about SSH config file? SSH config file.
Yeah, I think SSH config file. Yeah.
So no, SSH config file inside. If you defining the passwordless, is
No,
yes.
it's just like the password is there, but you are moving it from yes to no.
If you are moving passwordless, passwordless, yes to no, then that will not communicate to. I mean
No,
passwordless.
in this situation, right, when you use the SSH key chunk, right, you create both the public and the private key, right?
Yeah.
So when you get the public key and then you save it
Other
in
node.
the in the managed node, I mean let's say one is managed node. I usually call it client machine.
Yeah.
Okay, you save it in the client machine, right? So you can go now on the SSH this thing and then enable and say, okay, don't ask me password because you know that you already uploaded the public key.
Yeah.
So there's already that established communication, right?
Yeah.
One time established communication between the master on the managed node and the client.
Yeah. That's correct.
Okay.
Okay. So if you don't want to passwordless, then you can have with password. If you are not establishing any passwordlessly, I mean cloud user is there and also cloud user is there. Then to
Hmm.
run the Ansible playbook or Ansible command, it will ask for password and then the manual intervention should be there. So automation will not be there. So that that is the main goal to set up the passwordless communication so that if you are running, suppose Ansible is integrated with Jenkins, okay, so Jenkins pipelines is running, so it's not possible to run the Jenkins to enter the password at the same time while running the Jenkins pipeline, okay, it's very complicated. I mean, it cannot be done, I think, because whenever you are running the Jenkins pipeline, it will ask for the Ansible password to run the playbook and 100, if you are running to 100 servers, then 100 times password they will ask, and that will be the manual intervention that will not going to automation. So we are using the passwordless SSH. And if you are come to the security issue, that is that if you say that it cannot be there because the security issue should be there, so, but it can be overcome. Okay, inside the access.connect only we will allow the system admin to run the cloud user passwordlessly. So it can be restricted inside the access.connect, so that any user cannot have the passwordless SSH except the cloud user. Okay, we can make that exception inside the access.connect, so that it will not be a security issue. And as we are the system admin, we can use that, and system admin can use that. Okay, so system got handled. Okay, so we will go to the slide. So here it will simply show the install the APL repositories, install APL release, how to install the Ansible.